YouTube channel, The Crucible of NYC. I'm your host, Domingo. Today I wanted to review the Bluetti AC200 MAX. This is a portable battery power station with a total of 2 kilowatt hours and a 40 amp hour battery. Right next to it is the Power Queen 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, and this is a 12.8 volt battery. And right underneath the cart is the EcoFlow River 600 MAX from my previous reviews that I have done. And today I just wanted to go over why this is here and why I use this portable power station and for what's the purpose of it for. So this power station comes with multiple outputs, and this comes with a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter output. It has a 12 volt 30 amp output, and I'll discuss later what this is for. You also have two 5521 barrel ports. These are 10 amp each of output. This is a 100 watt USB-C power delivery port. It also comes with two 18 watts fast charge, 18 watts USB-A ports. This also comes with the slower USB-A, and this comes with 3 amps each, 5 volts. It also comes with 4 110 volt outputs at 20 amps each. There's 4 of them here. And this also comes with a 30 amp receptacle output. It's considered an RV plug, and I'll also discuss what you can do with that later. On the side of the Bluetti AC200 MAX, you have 2 battery ports that you can connect for extensions to other batteries. You also have your solar input, which is a 15 amp solar input with from 10 to 145 volts, and you also have your adapter to connect the power to recharge the Bluetti. Also comes with a fan on the side, on both sides. Also comes with handles. Also comes with 2 15 watt wireless charging, and these are wireless pads to charge your wireless devices. So why do I have this here? So I purchased this for 2 reasons. One, in case if, again, we do have a blackout or a brownout, this will run my refrigerator, run some fans, heaters. So what this can do, it can run multiple devices at the same time. And I also have the Power Queen as just an addition to help supplement some of the battery if it's depleted quickly. This Bluetti also comes with a wireless app that you can use on any Android and iOS device. And once you click it, you see it'll pop up and it'll tell you the state of charge, the capacity. And it said about 51 minutes ago it was at 100%, but it was idling for a minute, and now it's at 98%. It'll just give you a description on what you're using as far as power is concerned. You can turn on and off the Bluetti from here. It'll give you the description of PV for photovoltaic, which is the solar panels. The grid is when you're charging the Bluetti back from the wall outlet. And you also have your AC output and your DC output and battery state of charge. This is just the settings, which gives you different descriptions on how to get to any configuration, sleep time, and any different multiple configurations. You see that the Bluetooth radio signal is there, and that's pretty much what the app does. So to turn on and off the receptacles, the AC outputs, you need to press this AC button and press on, and that activates and enables these ports, these 5 ports, the 4 110s and the 30 amp receptacle 120 output. And if you want to turn on your USBs and your DC load, it enables all of these. This also comes with settings, user data, and alarms. I'm not going to really get that technical with you, but if you go through the settings, it'll just give you a brief description on what you can do, either switch it to charging to the solar panels or another method. And this is as brief as I'll go. I'm not gonna get technical about breaking this down. There are tons of videos out there for that. The accessories that I have here, this is a 20 amp smart charger that I have reviewed before that I connect to recharge the Power Queen 100 amp hour battery. What comes in this box is usually the manual. It comes with your airplane, they call this aviator adapter to an XT90 port. Comes with the cigarette lighter as well. The 10 amp cigarette lighter to recharge the Bluetti. Also comes with the solar to an XT90. The MC4 adapters. And this, I had to purchase this as an option because this did not come with the bundle. And this is to connect the Power Queen, the 100 amp hour battery, to the side. And I'll show you how that's done. And these other accessories. This is the power pack for the Bluetti. This is how you recharge the Bluetti back. And these are an MC4 connector that it comes into the main source. So it comes in through here and then it comes out through here. It's a splitter. So it's to split to multiple solar panels. Because I have 4 solar panels, I needed to purchase a splitter. So this is the solar extension cables as well that I also purchased. These are the positive and negatives to extend the solar panels, just to connect it to the main ones so that I can split it off at the array. And this is the box. So I have 3 of these all power solar panels, or the ones that I have had. And I also have a Lofi solar panel, which is a 200 watt solar panel. So those 3 all power solar panels are 100 watts each, which is 300 watts plus this Lofi's 200 is 500. So they're at a different amp. So the Lofi has a higher voltage and a higher amperage. So I'll go over the description on how I connect them if I need to have them all connected together, and what's the total power output for this. So what do I think about this and what is the load? The load I have tried to test this with, it's been with a heater. It's been a very high powered heater, like about 15 to 1800 watts. Also, I have connected the refrigerator to this. And also I will be running a test charging my electric car, and I'll also do a review with that one as well. I'll also give you a brief little, just a simple test showing you how, with the heater, how much capacity this has and how long it can run, and also how much power it can pull. This can also run a full-size fridge with the air conditioner on at the same time with no problem. I ran the heater as a stress test just to see how much power I can draw out of it without it shutting off or overloading. So if you give me just 1 minute, I'll be right back and I'll do the description right now. So here I have connected several devices on the DC load for my USB charging method. So here I'm charging, as you can see, it's just a small little small battery bank. And this is also going through my wireless microphone headsets. It's also being charged via USB. And this is also another portable battery bank. As you can see, the consumption of power is very low. It's 12 watts. So also I have connected the portable heater. This portable heater draws a lot of power. It's like about 15 to 1800 watts. And I just wanted to run a quick test so that this way you can see how much power this runs. Also, my phone, I can connect it on the wireless pad, and as soon as you'll see it, it'll start charging. There you go, and it powers on. And the draw is very minimal. So you can see it's 14 watts. As you can see on the screen over there. Then it slowly increases, it ramps up. 17 watts. So I'm gonna turn the heater on. You will hear a little bit of noise from the fan, which is gonna kick in, but I'll put it on low. And then once I put it on low, you could see the power on the AC side ramp up 600-700 watts. And it's the same as the screen. As you can see, this is on low setting. And then I'm going to increase the thermostat, so I'm going to make it a little hotter. And let's see if the power cranks up a little more. And we'll give it some time. See, it's still at 700 watts. I'll set this on high. And it's using 1.2, 1.3 kilowatts, so it's using about 1300 watts. So as you can see here, it's 1344 watts. So you can see that this portable battery is running with no problems. And if I were to connect an air conditioner, then that would be a little bit of an overkill. But this is just a quick sample of how this would be if I needed something to run, and say for example it's extremely cold, I can warm up my apartment just with this battery pack. So we'll put this back on low, and you'll see it drops back down to 700 watts. And as you can see, there's not a problem. This portable battery does run a portable heater, about 1500 watts. And I didn't crank it up all the way because it's like about 1800 watts and it does get really hot. So also, I'll just show you a demonstration on how it is to charge the Bluetti back. It takes roughly, it's just 96%. So it's gonna charge pretty quick. It charges at a rate of 500 watts. So it does charge pretty quickly. So here we are connecting the aviation cable to the Bluetti. And this method, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna show you how this charges with the battery, the lithium iron phosphate battery, the Power Queen. So you're gonna use 2 alligator clips, and you're gonna see here, this is also connecting with the USB-C power delivery port. So when you connect the negative, you'll see that the Bluetti won't start charging. And the reason why that won't happen is because, well, actually it did start charging because its settings, you have to make sure that when you are charging it, when you are connecting the aviator cable to the side here, the input is the solar input, and you're connecting the alligator clips, you have to make sure you are in settings and you are in the PV settings. As you can see there, it says PV. You have to make sure that that's enabled. Once that's enabled, then automatically the Bluetti will start charging at about 100 watts. So it will draw at 100 watts from this lithium iron phosphate battery at a 100 amp hour. So if you wanted to increase the amount of power that's coming out from this battery, you can either do one of the 2 ways. You can either get a step-up converter, which increases the voltage from 12 to 24 volts. And this way you'll get about 200 to 300 watts. But I don't recommend that way. What I recommend is getting like a DC to DC charger. And this way it'll correctly draw the amount of power, anywhere between 300 to 400 watts from that battery, to charge the Bluetti AC200 MAX at a quicker rate. So it'll drain the battery faster. But running it this way, what it will do, it will extend the battery life. So it will give you more power. So say for example, if I'm running the refrigerator that's consuming 300 to 400 watts and then it stops, when the refrigerator stops drawing the power, that 100 watts will be consistent and be continuous until the battery is almost completely drained. So I don't recommend to drain this battery completely. I suggest getting a battery monitor so you can see the state of charge and the state of health. So this way you can properly drain the battery without having to damage the battery. And also the way to actually charge it quickly as well is by using the AC adapter that comes with the Bluetti. Now, yes, you can use the AC adapter and the battery connected at the same time, and I'll just connect this here with one hand. And then once you connect this, you'll hear a loud sound. It is pretty loud because the fan is running all the time to keep it cool. So we're right now running at 100 watts, draining the battery. And once I connect the power here, you'll see that the power will increase. And you heard the click that was from the MPPT controller, the charge controller. And now you see that we're charging it at 470 watts plus the 102 watts from that battery. So we're looking at about a good 573 watts that we're drawing to charge the Bluetti back. As you can see that it's the same detail on the screen. As you can see, it's slowly charging back, but it's draining the battery just very minimal. It's only 24 watts because I'm charging the USB devices. So as you can see, you can charge via solar if you had a solar panels and the grid power, which is the power supply itself. They both can run and charge quicker the battery pack in case of an event if you need to charge this quickly back. But other than that, I think that when you really think about this, when you need to have power restored back to the Bluetti, it will take some time because it's only 473 watts, but it will charge the Bluetti back. So there's multiple ways that Bluetti also sells. It's an adapter that goes as well there, and you can use the solar input at the same time, and it gives you an additional 500 watts. So if you had an extra set of solar panels up to 500, you can connect it there. But you see that it's slowly ramping up. We're at 97%. So who is this for? I think that this is for someone who just wants to take precautions if there is a blackout, power goes out in your building, or power goes out, period. You can have sources on how to recharge this battery back and still have your refrigerator with food and not spoiled food, and also be able to power your lights, your devices, and everything that you have in your apartment. Now remember, this is not a house, this is an apartment. So in an apartment building, yes, it's really good to have. I have this cart that I keep the Bluetti on top of, and I purchased this. I'll put the links down below. I purchased this from Harbor Freight because it's easier to maneuver this battery. This battery is like about 60 pounds. So this is not a light battery. It's not a light device. It does come with two handles, but trust me, you don't want to carry this anywhere. You need something to roll this with. And to carry the battery and any other accessories, I usually put my solar panels on the bottom so I keep everything neat. My extension cables and any other accessories that I have, I keep them all in this cart. So it's easy to move back and forth. I keep it in the corner and it's out of sight, out of mind. But at least if it's charged and something happens, I'm ready to face whatever that comes with it. If it does happen that we do have a blackout or brownout or anything that happens, I at least have some time to run by, at least keep my food from spoiling. Also, if it's cold, turn the heater on. If it's hot, put a fan on or the AC on. But primarily I purchased this was for my refrigerator to make sure that my food doesn't spoil for a couple of days. It gives me time to at least to have kind of this and restore the power if it does go out. And I also have my solar panels that will help me to assist in the charging or give the additional charging in the daytime while there's still sunlight. And the lithium iron phosphate, I use the charger to charge it back. So other than that, I mean, this is for someone who just wants to take precautions and doesn't want to just be caught literally with their pants down and find out that if the lights go out, I don't have with what to work with. Also, I bought this as well just in case of an emergency because I do drive an electric vehicle. So used electric vehicle, it's not one of the fancy vehicles. It's a very economical vehicle with a 24 kilowatt hour battery. So yeah, you're thinking about like, why would you buy this to charge that electric vehicle? It wouldn't charge it all the way. No, it's not to charge it all the way. It's just in case if something happens, I need to drive anywhere. And if I'm driving places and there's no power, this is 2 kilowatts of battery. And then you have your lithium iron phosphate battery, which is 100 amp hours. So remember, this is a capacity of 40 amp hours, which makes 2 kilowatts of power. So I have like almost a little more than double. So if you really think about it, I can put back into my car anywhere between 3 and 4 kilowatts of power back to my car, which would just give me enough like to 5 or 10 miles to drive to wherever it is that I need to go to in case the battery goes out. And remember, I have the solar panels to recharge it, but it's just for an emergency. It's not like a fuel tank. It's not a jerry can. It's just the purpose of like, just in case, at least I have the abilities to put energy back into my car if I need to. But other than that, I think that that's about it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'll put all the links down below of everything that I have except the older accessories and where I got this from. And I'll see you soon. The next time, let me know, and just I'll put all the links down in the description. And have a good one, folks. Take care.